I look forward to this every year. Opportunity to just come say hi to some kids and just try to encourage them in a very positive way. It's been a long time. Yeah, I think '98 was the first one. I think we may have missed one year because of the pandemic. So I think 25 may be right. Yeah, yeah. I hope hope they keep the ball right, and I hope when they see the ball, they're reminded of what today is all about. And yeah, we're going to do some football stuff, but the majority of the day, the people who are going to be with them are going to be putting in them, hey, good stuff. Trying to encourage them for life, and I think yeah, it's a nice little football, but again, I hope it means more than just a football to them. Yeah, I mean, I was telling the guys this morning, I really thought by now, some of the young football players would have, taken over this event, and but they do things a little differently than we do them. So, look, I'm very fortunate to have, had great people around me, mom, dad, big brother, sisters who literally beat me into, into doing the right thing. And a lot of kids don't have that. They just don't have it. And, this is a very small token. I get it. It's one day out of 365 days, but we just hope that they remember that some guys came to town, tried to do some good stuff, and tried to encourage them. You're looking for one. I mean, you hear that all the time. You look for one, and that's truly what you are looking for one. I mean, I'm looking for a kid every time we have these that I think is going to be a good football player. I'm looking for that. But but when we hear the stories of kids going on and they mention the fact that hey, when I was 12 years old, when I was 13 years old, I did this. I mean, that's what this thing is all about. Look, Sac State has stepped up and been incredible for us. We have tons of other sponsors who without those guys, the folks who donate these 125 footballs, those footballs are not cheap. I mean, but so I just think, you have, a whole bunch of folks in the city who say, look, this is something I want to be a part of, something I want my name on, and they show up for us every year. Yeah, so we're going to, we'll start out a little breakfast, and I'll get a chance to talk, and all the dignitaries around the event will talk, and then we'll go out and do football, man. But the great thing about what we're doing is every kid is going to have a mentor. So that mentor will have plenty of opportunities to impart into these kids some wisdom that help them through life. And we'll come back together, and I'll have a chance to talk to them again, and we'll just keep rolling. I don't know if we're going to have any of the football players. We may have a couple of Sac State guys here, but we'll have people from the CHP. I mean, it's just going to be people from anywhere, but people from the community. That's what we're going to have here, and those are the people that need to be here. They need to be a part of this too, because it's their community that we're helping to build. Yeah. Not really. I don't see it, unfortunately. I mean, if you look at the draft last night, how many of those guys were saying "mama, mama, mama"? You have very few guys that say, "Hey, I don't think my mom and dad." A lot of these guys, and unfortunately, that's what's happening. A lot of these kids are growing up without their dad, and we can't replace that. We're not even trying to, but we're just trying to do what we can to encourage them to keep doing the right thing. I don't think they had a choice. I think they had to go offense and had to go skill position offense, and I think he was the best one on the board. And I was with Marcus Allen at the time, and he liked the pick. So if he liked it, I loved it. So I think now it's just a matter of making sure he has an offensive line he can run behind. I didn't know a lot about McMillan, but I've watched the kid from Texas quite a bit because I live in Dallas. But he definitely has the ability to what they call take the top off the defense. So we'll see how that works. Sometimes these speed guys don't work out as well. You got to be able to run some routes too. So we'll see what happens. Right. I got there's another kid at Boise State who grew up in my church, Cam Camper. So he played receiver at Indiana and then came to Boise last year, and so I'm hoping that his name get called. He may be a 3-day and maybe a free agent guy, but certainly I would love for him to get the opportunity to be in somebody's training camp. That would be great to see. But Other than that, I have no personal ties to anybody. OG, Pete Carroll. Look, this should be fun. I mean, I know Pete is a older, young at heart guy, and I know he tries to, keep these guys going, and it'll be very interesting to see what he can get done, and how long he wants it to do this still. I think he's 73, 74 now. I get it, but at some point you want to go kick your feet up. You know what I mean? And even if you're doing well, so I hope we got somebody in training. Hopefully he'll stay around 2, 3, 4 years, but we'll see what happens. It's way too early to. I got to see a preseason football game or something first, but let's see how this draft ends up, because I think that's really important that they solidify a couple more positions and go from there.